Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Deanna. I am the owner and maker of Haven Rose Supply Co. And I make cozy quilted bags and pouches and keychains and scrunchies and candles. And you know, the list could go on. Okay, so I did something that I haven't done in a while. I brought my big girl camera and I'm recording on it. Any video that I put out this year, I've filmed on my phone, which I don't necessarily know why it's so easy because I always have my phone with me, but I have a nice like vlogging camera, a Sony one, and it's nice. And I know how to use it. All the settings are like set up right for me to be able to use it, and I just neglect it and I don't use it. But when I do use it, I always like the result. I just like the quality of it, some quality of a video so much better. So I just need to remember and think about it and bring it along with me. Today happens to be a Monday, and this weekend, you want to know what I did? Well, one of the things I did was I put elastic in like all of these scrunchies that you see before me right here. I actually forgot to bring these ones with me somehow. So I need to put some elastic right now in these. And then I have this shopping bag, this canvas shopping bag full of my deluxe size jumbo scrunchies that I put elastic in all weekend. And yeah, so I need to put elastic in these right here. And then I need to do the final step in these, which is sewing in my little label. So I figured, why not just do some of that together right now? My mom was a godsend to me last week by helping to sew these scrunchie tubes because I was really trying my best to make sure that my summer collection launched on Friday, June 20th. And I really wanted to make sure that I made that day and got everything done, got my pictures done, everything up on the website, ready to go for June 20th was my summer collection launch day. And I made it. And I made the launch on time. I got everything up on my website, and I'm just really proud of myself for that. And in my heart, I really want to celebrate that sort of a win, you know, because my business is just starting out. It's very, very small right now, and I'm not getting a lot of online sales. And by not a lot, I mean zero, zilch, nada. Like I have no online sales right now. But I know one day that will change. I need to just keep going. In the back of my mind, I knew that it wasn't like people were waiting to just get their hands on my summer collection, but they should be because it's really cute. I knew that wasn't gonna happen, you know, like people buying stuff right away at all. But I made a commitment to myself that I would have my summer collection out and on my website, everything done by June 20th, which was the first day of summer this year. And I did it. And I just really want to celebrate that and kind of hype myself up about that I actually did it. It was something like 4 to 6 weeks that I was working on that. And I'm just really proud of myself that I got it all done. And if you're trying to build your own small business, or if you're thinking about starting a small business, or if you're in the trenches of your small business struggling, I think it's really important to still celebrate the little wins and following through with commitments that you made to yourself. I think it's still important to celebrate those things and be proud of yourself for those things. Like for me, the last few weeks, because I just have been super emotional just this time of the month, I was just struggling emotionally a lot because I kept telling myself, it's not like anybody's waiting for your products, Deanna. Like people aren't like, when can I buy this? You know, they're not. I'm not at that stage of my business. I really hope and pray to be one day where people are waiting for my next launch so that they can get their hands on it, you know, or see it up close and personal or whatever. I really hope and pray that I get there one day. That is my goal, where I am putting out something of quality and of value and of beauty that someone wants to gift it to themselves or gift it to someone else. and that it holds a special place for someone. Until that day comes, the fact that I kept the commitment of setting a date and following through and having everything ready to go, I didn't want to overlook that. And it's really easy, especially for me right now, because I don't have a lot of customers. And because I haven't made a ton of sales, all of my sales have been in person at market so far. It would have been really easy for me to just brush right over that accomplishment. And I just didn't want to do that. So I'm proud of myself for making that deadline and hitting that mark and having everything ready up on my website, ready to go. If by chance someone wanted to check it out, saw it, and wanted to buy something, I was ready. What I need to do now is I need to get moving on these scrunchies because there's a lot here, and I have a market coming up on Saturday that I'm doing, and I don't need to take all of these with me, but I need to make sure that I have all of my labels in here so that they're ready to go for markets, especially these silky scrunchies. I think going forward from now on, I'm just gonna be making the little silky scrunchies because at the last few markets that I've done, I only had, I think, like 10 silky scrunchies in one color just because I hadn't had the time to make them all. And so many people were asking me if I had more silky ones. People really like them. They're really nice and gentle on your hair. We're in the silky scrunchie game right now. Should I make some tea? Yeah, let's make some tea. Okay, we have our tea and our scrunchies here, ready, everything I need to put some elastic in these scrunchies. I realize I haven't done any sort of market recap just to let you know how markets have been going. So far I've done 3, and one of them was 2-day. I did one was on a Friday, and then the other 2 were back to back. It was a Saturday and a Sunday. So I've done those, and I have more scheduled out at the same place for July, August, and September. So I'm really excited about that. I've done pretty good at those markets, and I just think summer is going to be in full swing, and hopefully those will be good dates. For some of those days that I have scheduled, they have a special events thing going on right there where next to where the market is. It's just like live summertime music during the day. It's like a concert series that they have every year. And that brings out a lot of locals. And of course, there's lots of people, visiting the beach and hanging out. So that should be a really good, like, fun, busy time. So I'm excited for that. And the market there has been good so far. I feel like it's been good exposure for me and good, just the setup, the tear down, all of that. And the weather has been nice, and I know that's not always going to be the case when I do a market, is to have nice weather, but I've gotten lucky and had really nice weather all the days so far that I've gone. A lot of the vendors at this particular market have been vending there for over 20 years because that market has been going on since the early 90s. I remember when I was in high school back in the 90s, I remember going to that market. And then in my early 20s, when I lived in the little downtown area there, I always walked downtown and went to that market and browsed around. So it's been just It's been a staple in my city for many years, which is really cool. And I was just so happy to be starting there, you know. The very first time I did the market, my very first day, which was a Friday, I did about $400. And that was from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then the 2 days that I did them back to back, which was a Saturday and a Sunday, I did a little over $600 for those both of those days combined. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. For me, it's good because I've not made any other sales. Like, I'm not making big online sales or anything like that. These are the first markets that I've done, so I don't know in comparison to other types of markets what it's like. Okay, I had to let my camera cool down a little bit, so I got some more of my scrunchies done. I think my products, like, I like having people see them in person. I'm not an expert at promoting myself in that way as far as Instagram goes. So being able to go to these markets, I think, is really cool, because then people can truly like experience it, you know, and see how good a quality the stuff I make is. So yeah. But here we are, the last scrunchie. Here is the deluxe size scrunchie, and here's like a regular size scrunchie. So if you could see them on the wrist. My scrunchies are made to, they will wrap around your hair about 2 times. You know how they recommend to have less breakage in your hair, to have like a satiny pillow? Same kind of concept with the silky scrunchie. So now that these are done, the next step is to put in my labels. I actually make these labels with transfer paper, and this is a cotton twill tape is what it's called. Cotton twill tape. It's just a natural color, and I have my logo on the tape. These need to be cut, these strips, but my logo, it's about an inch and a half. This little logo, this little label, I folded in half, and it just slips right in to the side of the scrunchie. And on one side, it's the Haven Rose icon. On the other side, it says Haven Rose Supply Co. So when I sew it in, the open end of my scrunchie, I put in the seam here, and it gets sewn into the seam of the scrunchie. So it's minimal, but it's a nice way that I can brand the scrunchies that I make. So it's next day, Deanna here. It's Tuesday morning, and I just got in to my studio a few minutes ago, and I totally forgot that I wanted to show you guys my summer collection. Here I was talking about my summer collection, and I totally neglected to show you the things that I made for it. That's what I'm doing now, and I will insert this little show and tell clip before I put in my outro clip that I filmed yesterday. And please, in the comments below, if you wouldn't mind letting me know what you think, that would be lovely. So let's get started. First with the boxy pouches. We have purple daisy right here, and we have aqua daisy right here. We'll start with purple. So you guys can see, as you can see, they're big. This is the large size. It totally covers my head. If I were to open it, like, I could completely like encase my giant head in this bag. So it's very spacious, as you can see, you know, for size. It's a big bag. And some of the details that I add on the large bags are the side handle right here. There's a pull tab. All the bags have pull tabs, but the large and the medium have the side handles. Also, we have a nice sturdy zipper on it, a zipper pull, and then I add this cute little, it's like a little bow, you know, this cute little bow, fabric bow on the end of the zipper that's tied in there. It just makes it a little bit easier, something to pull onto when you're opening the zipper. So there's that. Another thing to note is I make these in 3 sizes. So of course the large, and they all kind of nest inside of each other. So the medium fits, of course, inside of the large, and then the small fits inside the medium. Say you use these as packing bags for a trip or something like that, and you come home, put them away, they would nest inside of each other and store really nicely. So that's a nice little detail. Here we have the medium bag. Same as the large, it's got the fabric, the pull tie here, two little side tabs here as well, and then the handle. My fabric label here, my Haven Rose label that I sew on the outside. The purple and the aqua daisy all have a white lining, and I was a little hesitant to do white, but you can hand wash these. I recommend spot cleaning and hand washing for the bags. Another great feature that I put in that I think is pretty unique to the way that I make mine is I put a zipper in a zippered pocket inside of each bag. Well, the large and the medium have a zippered pocket on the inside. I think it's a really nice feature to have in a bag, in bags like these, just because if you're using it, of course, and you have little things like hair ties, bobby pins, tweezers, nail clippers, like little things, even like a few pieces of jewelry or something that you don't want just fumbling around, getting tossed around inside of the bag. That's such a perfect little spot to keep them secure inside of a zippered pocket. So the large and the medium have the zippered pocket, and then we have our little small one right here. This is small purple daisy, so cute. No handle on this, just the little pull tabs on the sides, and same little bow zipper on there. And what's great about them as well is they are nice and soft and squishy, but they also have structure. The batting layer that's in between the fabric and the lining gives it some structure, and also the way that I do the seams on the side gives it structure as well. Another way that I like to show how nice this bag is for things like cosmetics or skincare or whatever, on the corners you can just fold over each edge, you know, like this, and open it up, and there you go. Like, it will sit nicely like this, and you can see this is the medium size. You can see just the large opening of the bag. There's so much room in here. So that's a great way to use it as well, is to have it sitting up, and then all your stuff is in there, and you can easily look inside the bag and find what you're looking for. And then it just folds right back over again and maintains its structure. Here is the aqua. Oh, I love this color so much. Same details, handles, zippered pocket in the large and medium, the structure, everything the same, just this beautiful aqua color. I just think it is so pretty. So we have aqua, we have purple, we have this one. I called it Happy Daisy just because I think that's just, it is. It's a Happy Daisy print right here. So cute. The daisies are orange and like a tangerine color, a purple, a pink, and then on the base it's not like a stark white, but it's like an eggshell white, I would say. And then I have, and the lining matches the little bow tie and the pull tabs on this one, because it's like a peachy pink polka dot on the inside right here. Next we have this print right here. I like to call it the classic daisy just because it's like the yellow and white and with the kind of orange in the middle here. Classic daisy. I like the lining on this one a lot. This one has, it's like orange on orange, but it's like a, I don't know, like a vintage orange, and then it has like a darker orange polka dot print on it. So I feel like that's really fun on the inside to have that orange print. My favorite print out of the collection is this one right here, which I call retro daisy. It just has that kind of 60s, 70s vibe to it, you know, with the color scheme. The colors are bright, but also like muted at the same time. It just has a really, really nice like vintage look to it. On this one, I did a green polka dot. So it's got green lining on the inside, like a really nice like apple green, I guess. I love this one so much. I hope that it's well received this Saturday at the market that I'm going to. I, of course, made all the matching little mini pouches as well, which are awesome. Aqua daisy, purple daisy, happy daisy mini pouch, classic daisy, and then of course the retro daisy. On the edge here, I do put in a little like tab on the end of the zipper. It just gives it a nice clean finished look on the end. So the ends are just, you know, a nice shape. The same label that I do for my scrunchies, a little fold over label on this end of the pouch here. So it also can act like a little pull tab as well, which is kind of nice. And then of course I made the matching keychain wrist straps for these bags as well. So let's use Happy Daisy as an example here. I made one that has, you know, will match it perfectly, and then also with the lining. So you could choose the lining one to match it or the super matchy one. I love the way these look together. I use one of these all the time. I put my cards in there, a little chapstick or lip gloss. Cash totally fits in here. Your AirPods would fit in here. There's lots of room in this small little pouch. And it's like, I put it, it's squared off on the end here. So that just gives it a little bit more room to put things. So it's not exclusively just for things like cards only. I wanted it, my intention was it to be more like a mini wallet or like a mini clutch. Isn't that combination so cute? And this also has my little fold over label on it in the front here, and I just like clamped it in between in the hardware. So that there's my little fold over label right there. Every little one has its match. So stinking cute, you guys. Look at this. Here we have these, so pretty. I mean, you could even mix and match these. I think these colors look so cute. They're so nice. But I'm so glad that I remembered to do this morning because I really wanted to show you guys, and everything is on my website. I'm ready to shop if you're interested in checking them out. That would be awesome. I'll leave, of course, my link to my website in a pinned comment or in the description, like one of those things. So you could click on that and see. Look at how cute, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I really hope that you like this collection, and maybe you might even see something that you like. And another thing that I wanted to throw out there that I don't think I have before is for any of you that just have stayed and watched my videos or like my videos, and you like the things that I'm making, or if you see something elsewhere that you think is a cool idea, please let me know. Or if there's certain types of fabric or colors that you like, let me know, because it would be so cool if I to make a collection for the people here on YouTube that watch my videos and stay. And then I would love to do that. It would be really cool to make things for you. I mean, if it's something that you're looking for, if you like this style of a bag, but these prints just aren't your vibe, I mean, let me know what kind of prints you like, because I could make something, you know, personal to you, in a color scheme that you like and a type of a print that you like, because I know what I like, you know. So right now I'm making the things that I know that I like and hope that other people like them. Anyhow, thank you so much. So now you're going to see Deanna from yesterday do the outro. So I'm ending this video here in the front room because the light is so nice in here, and hopefully I don't look too sweaty and haggard right now because it's a little bit hot. One thing I really wanted to encourage you in, if you have a small business, is the whole comparison trap. Even if you don't have a small business, you're just a person living their life out there, doing your best to make it through the day, to love your family, to have your friendships. Like, and just live your life, you know? Comparing is such an evil trap. It's just something that you do all the time. It's just something that you naturally do. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can turn on a dime really quickly to being a bad thing for your mental health and your heart and your spirit, especially with social media. If I spend too much time looking at everyone else's small businesses online that look like they're doing so good and thriving, and they have all these followers, and even other YouTube people who have small businesses who have a lot of followers and are making a lot of sales and talking about it, it's like, I can't compare myself to that. For one, those people have been in business for way longer than I have, for at least like 5 years or more. For me, it hasn't even been 1 year yet. There is a lot of pressure that I feel because it's not making any money and we're just spending, you know. Yes, I've started to make some money back by going to markets, and I am going to keep going, but it could be a whole nother year or two or more before there starts to be any real like profit, you know, from it. And I understand that, but going through it is a whole nother thing, especially for me, for having had a regular, secure 9 to 5 job for like the last 20 some years, you know? Okay, we are finishing the video in here because that other room just got too hot and my camera could not handle it. Don't let the thief of comparison steal the joy that can be found every single day in this life. As much as I'm wanting to remind you about that, I'm reminding myself and reassuring my own heart and mind and spirit in that word as well, because it is a constant thing, because we are being constantly, we're just taking so much in, so much more than I think God ever intended. It's so easy to have that comparison switch just turned on constantly all day long. And I know that that is something that I struggle with, and I just have to remind myself that God has me planted here for a reason in this season, you know, and I fully, wholeheartedly believe that. The work of my hands right now is so tied to who I am as a person, like my creativity and all of that, and the thing that brings me so much joy and fulfillment. That's a lot different than how it was when I was working for someone else, you know. I pray all the time, Lord, I give this whole opportunity, this business to you, and my heart is to glorify God with my talents. And I think that's why each person is blessed with certain things to glorify God with and to share with others. I'm talking a lot and now I can't breathe. And so I just want to encourage you in that wherever you are, and especially in your work, and if it's hard right now, if you wish you were somewhere else, or if you have your own small business and you're struggling, I just want to encourage you to not compare yourself, to keep showing up for yourself and for your family and your friends and your business, and to just keep going. And that's what I tell myself every single day. And I'm just going to keep going. And I'm so blessed to have this opportunity that I have right now. And I don't want to squander it just comparing myself to all these other things. Wherever you are right now, there is a reason. And that I hope that you can find joy that surpasses understanding, especially if you're in a very hard place, and it is out there to be found in the day-to-day things. I'll just share one quick little Bible verse. Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. And to me, that's telling me in there, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Work with what you have, with what God has given you. I just wanted to share that with you. And in this video here, I will leave my link to my website, havenrosesupplyco.com. In the description box, if you're interested in seeing the things that I got going on at Haven Rose and all the things that I've made so far, and also my Instagram link if you want to keep up with what I'm doing and things that I'm making and all of that. It would be awesome to have you follow me there. So anyways, I hope you are doing well and taking care of yourself, and thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.